So my plan and my idea for this channel was obviously my journey, my life, bits of me, creative side, personal, battles, if you want to use the word traumas, the past, the present, the future. Basically me, innit? Basically everything about me and my life and my opinions, my desires, that kind of thing, like NK Chinedu as a whole. That was my idea for this channel. So on this channel, there's gonna be at different times there might be different recurring series at a time because there's so many things in my head that I'm trying to what's the word release and bring out. Like I'm trying to use my gifts in it. Do you get what I mean? Like, and I believe, not I think, I know everybody like should really be using their gifts. Do you get what I mean? Um, because yeah, I guess imagine what's the word? Imagine you like chocolate and somebody gave you your favorite chocolate and you took the chocolate and you just held it in your hand for like 10 days. It wasn't in the fridge, especially in this weather that we're in right now, in summer right now. You just held it in your hand for 10 days. Everywhere you went, you're just holding it in your hand. What's going to happen to that chocolate? It's going to go to waste because it's going to melt. Even if you put it back in the freezer again, it's going to be frozen solid in the this like it's gonna be out of place. So it's like, bro, if you got a talent, if you got a gift, even if you're not gonna get paid, you know what I'm gonna say, or whatever, because a lot of people I believe a lot of people, the reason why they don't express themselves with their gifts and they don't use it, something that everybody should use, because everybody like is imagine every single person I know using their gifts, like I would learn something from them. But a lot of people don't want to express their gifts and use their gifts or their talents because they're either afraid of rejection or they believe like it's a waste of time, it's not paying the bills. But you don't have your gifts for you and what you can get from it. Your gifts are for others. You know what I'm trying to say? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and body. Mind. Love others as you love yourself. These two commandments cover all the laws, everything. They cover everything. You know them ones there. So it's love. You're supposed to love your neighbors as you love yourself. So if you don't love your neighbor as you love yourself, you can't really say you know what love is. Do you know what I mean? And to love your neighbor as you love yourself, bro, like you being your best self and you expressing your gifts, expressing yourself with your gifts, talking about your life, showcasing your personality, like your gifts that might help somebody else that is struggling with their gifts, or your gifts and the things inside of you that other people might be struggling about and they don't speak about, but when you speak about it, now that's a fire inside of them to speak about. Like, this is love because it now gets everybody going. And in a sense, that's how we could all unify. I'm not saying that's gonna, end world hunger and destruction, poverty, evil and all this stuff, because I know what will stop all of that. But yeah, it's an what's the word? It's an there's a word I'm thinking of, but I can't. All I know is that, listen, bro, sis, yeah, like it's a disservice to people, bro, when you're not living to your potential. And I believe, part of your potential lies in your gifts as well. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, so obviously the new idea, the new concept that I had, I was just gonna call this series like my thoughts. These are just things that, I'll journal and I write down, things that I've been thinking of, things that have been in my head, in my heart lately. So yeah, so um obviously I have a mentor, and my mentor does some studies with a couple of other guys, and then there was like 5 questions. Obviously, it's all men in there, and he was like, there are 5 questions that every man should ask himself in life. Obviously, women, what's the word? Women can ask themselves them questions as well, but obviously in that specific group, my mentor is, and I'm in there, like it's all men. But I believe like men need to ask it because I believe men, get me, the head of every house is a man, judging to say. And I don't mean that in the sense of, yeah, because you're a man, you step on your woman, you step on your children, you be like, listen, I'm the man, you listen to me, I'm the big dog, I'm the big boss. That's the what I mean. Judging to say, like in everything, There has to be a set of rules in everything. There has to be legislation in everything. There has to be order. And the order is in the family unit, the male man is the head, the female man is the neck. But they work hand in hand. No one is as important or more important than the other. It's like my hand telling my leg, I'm more important than you. Okay, cool. Hand, come and do the job of a leg. Put my hand on my limbs where my legs are and that. Let's see how I walk. It will be weird. It's like I'm doing a handstand and it will be dead. It will be hard. So everybody is as important. But obviously, this is for the heads of the house because I believe in this world that we live in now, the reason a lot of people are lost and they're all over the gaff is because nobody has purpose. Do you get what I mean? Nobody knows what their purpose is. And I believe that men have failed. Do you get what I mean? I believe men have failed. So I'm not going to lie. And men have failed because they've led everybody in the wrong direction. They've led everybody in the wrong way. And that's the reason why the world is like how it is today. Do you get what I mean? And when I say men, I mean male men. If I say men in general, I'm talking about humankind. But to differentiate, male men, female men. You know what I'm talking about. But in this one specifically, there's 5 questions let's do it like this, 5 questions every male should ask themselves. These are just some of my thoughts. I just wrote it down. I'm going to read it what I wrote in it. So number 1, what are the rules? No, actually, ooh. See, look, I'm already reading from the wrong place. This is wild. It's because I got my fan on. And my fan just blew my fan just blew everything out of the way. It's crazy. So yeah, like I said, these questions are mainly for male men, but obviously women can ask themselves these questions as well amongst your groups, sisters, whatever, friends, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, as I was saying, male was created first. So because of this, we have a responsibility to mankind and everything that goes on in the earth. I'll cover this in another video on my other channel. My other channel is gonna come up and you'll see it. I'll go into full details on that there. That's where I, really dive into purpose and all this kind of stuff. That's what I want to be doing. But yeah, we'll go into that another time. But question 1, where are you? So this could be like, generally speaking, are you in a good place in life? What does good mean to you? What does good mean to someone else? For those, that like, their physical appearance. Are you the weight that you want to be? That kind of thing. Mentally, are you okay? How are you managing your finances? Is there any unforgiveness or is there something you need to do that you're still making excuses for why you haven't done it? These are just general statements for people to think about the question, but I believe people will know how to answer it if they find the time to really deep it and, be introspected. Number 2, what's your name? This is a funny one because people might just answer and say their name like, boom, my name is Chicka Slim Shady. But yeah, no. But my name is boom. My name is NK. Something like that. It's a funny one because that's most times if you ask somebody what's their name, that's what they'll think. You get me? Like you get what I mean? Like, oh, my name is. But no, when I say that, I mean like, it's much deeper. It causes one to really search for the reason they were given that name. Like what does their name mean? Like what's the definition of your name? And have you been functioning and moving in line with what your name means? Like when people see or talk about you, what do they know you for? What do they call you? When I say what did they call you, not your name, but obviously like what did they call you? Like, that guy, he's righteous, or that guy, he's clean, or that guy, he's fast. Like, what's your name? What do people call you? Number 3, what is that in your hand? So I think this is just like I was saying earlier. This could be seen as gifts, talents, desires, a commendable desire and a hunger for something to do or something you want to change that you see in the world that needs changing. What's your drive? What do you have in your hand that you've not been using or you're too afraid to use? You're too afraid to bear fruit with it because of that fear. Number 4, what are you doing here? A question that everybody asks themselves at times when life feels hopeless and they don't know what to do and they just feel empty. It's funny because this relates to question 3, which was what? What is that in your hand? Obviously now question 4, what are you doing here? It's about purpose, you know? Do you need to be somewhere, but fear is holding you back from being in that place that you're meant to be? Is it fear of rejection? Is it fear of failure? What are you doing on earth? What's your reason for being? What's your purpose or your destiny? Do you know it? Maybe you don't know it. And maybe that's why you've just been coasting in life. And finally, number 5, who do you say that I am? Now, for those that don't believe in Christ, this is a tough one. But nevertheless, you've all heard of Jesus one way or another. You've heard somebody preaching about it. You've heard pastors on TV. You've heard this. You've heard that. So yeah, what do you think? Who do you say he is? And to those who do believe in him, who is he to you? Think about that question very deeply. He could be one thing to you today, and he could be another thing to you tomorrow. So that was question 5. Who do you say that I am? I'm going to say all the questions again. Maybe you can, come with your own definition of what you think that question means. And then maybe, in your spare time, answer it, innit? So number 1 is, where are you? Number 2, what's your name? Number 3, what is that in your hand? Number 4, what are you doing here? And finally, number 5, who do you say that I am? So yeah, just my thoughts. Obviously, that's another series that I'm gonna do. Just talk about things that's on my head. It could be many different things every day, but this is something that my mentor's been going through and talking to me about. So I thought, yeah, let me bring it to the forefront to others that listen to me, innit? So yeah, man, 5 questions, man. So yeah, I don't know if the video inspired you, or you liked it, or it helped somebody, or is making somebody think and really get intro. I was gonna say really get introverted, but I think really get introspective. Really get introspective, or really get introspected. Yeah, really get introspected. Yeah, Listen, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying, innit? But yeah, man, deep it. You're just my thoughts anyway. You don't have to think the same wavelength. You don't have to be like, oh, what am I thinking about this? This is what he's thinking of. But that's just what was on my head, and I just wanted to share it. So yeah, if you like the video, like it, share it, hype, subscribe, share it to somebody else who might need it as well, man. But yeah, man, I'm back. I'm trying to do more videos now, so I'll catch you in the next one. I hope everybody's drinking their water out there if you're from England, bro, especially London, bro, because it's hot. But yeah, man, love you all, man. Peace.